All right. Hello, beautiful ones. My name is Dazelle from the Eternal Tarot, and we're going to be doing a special event tonight. Hopefully, it works. Hopefully, we can get it to work. I was meant to be going live on Instagram at this time, but for some reason, for some bizarre reason, we haven't been able to do so. And so of course, it will. We'll make it work, Gabor. You know that. So we want to join tonight with. We're having a talk tonight, a lovely talk. I'm going to start collaborating with Jackie, or we started already doing collaboration with Jackie from Totems and Tarot, where we're going to be doing a little talk tonight about tarot and the major arcana and pairing it with crystals. Jackie is has an amazing capacity to know exactly about what's going on with crystals, and she works with crystals very intimately, and she is absolutely amazing. So we're going to be hopefully joining with her very shortly, and then first part of the first part of this get together. The first part of this get together will be talking about just who we are and what we do. And then the second part, we'll be doing mini reads and crystal prescriptions. Okay, so I'll be doing the card, the tarot aspect. And of course, Jackie will be doing the crystal aspect. And hopefully we can get you some nice little readings done across the board there. So let's just wait and see if Jackie has indeed shown up here. Where are you? Maybe, are you here yet, Jackie? Totems and Tarot, you're here. Perfect. I need to follow you back, first of all. There we go. That might help. And guests, invitation sent. I think that's working. Fingers crossed.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Okay. I
Oh,
can hear you.
oh,
I can hear
let's
you.
see. Did it work?
I can see
We
you.
did
Oh my
it! Oh
All
my
right.
gosh, Liza,
Oh
I'm
my.
so sorry. What?
Okay. It's
What
okay.
a disaster.
Oh well.
I
Oh well.
can't
What can I
believe
tell
that.
you?
I've never had that happen before. And I used to do these all the time. So I'm so sorry.
No, you don't have to
Thank
be. It's
you.
not your fault. I'm assuming it's not your fault. It's fine. It's totally fine. All
Oh my
right.
gosh.
So
Liza,
anyway,
thank you for staying up so late
oh,
tonight. I'm
you're right.
so
I,
grateful
I
for
didn't stay up.
you.
I actually went and had a nana nap, and then woke up in an absolute panic at about midnight, going, "Oh shit! Have I missed everything?" So I was like, there was no way I was able to stay up. I was like, "No, I have to sleep now."
Oh
Anyway, I
my
woke up. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm used
goodness.
to. I have a husband who, when we go traveling, will say it's 3 a.m. I think we've got to go. And it's like, okay. So yeah, and I'm used to it. Don't worry about it. I like to sleep
Oh.
though.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Davina. Hi, everybody. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for joining us today. Sorry for the technical issues we were having over on Instagram, but I'm so happy everybody's here.
Yeah, great. I'm delighted too. This is beautiful. This is really good. So, Jackie, do you want to tell us a little bit about who you are? Obviously, we'll have a few people here who are my normal live
Mhm.
audience, and just let them know why we're here today.
Sure. So my name's Jackie. I'm the owner of Totems and Tarot. I read a little bit of tarot, and that's how Lizelle and I met. I interviewed her for my Tarot Talk Tuesday series way back in the day. But I'm a crystal healer. And so Lizelle had reached out to me recently and she's like, you know what? I really want to start explaining to my audience and educating them. She has this amazing, if you're not part of the Inner Compass, what are you doing? She has this amazing private community. You get your reading right to your inbox. It's unbelievable. And she's like, I want you to start matching the crystals to the tarot cards. I was like, this is so, sign me up. Sign me up. Like, I'm so excited to talk about all of this with you.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I'm excited too. I think it's really fun, and it's a for me it's a nice, different sort of way of looking at the tarot. Obviously, I work with the tarot quite intimately every single day.
Yeah.
People, we were laughing about this deck in recent time quite a bit because somebody said to me, "I love the shape of your deck. Where did you find that deck?" And I was like, well, well, the truth is it's normally supposed to be a rectangle, but I've had this deck for 25 years and it's become this shape. That's how much I use this deck. And so I'm very familiar with the tarot. But and I think this is really important, and I have to remind myself of this quite a bit too. It's always important to still have fresh perspective on the tarot, because when you can become very intimate with it and know what it means, right? Then you're in your head. And for me, the one of the benefits of reading tarot is the combination of tarot with intuition. And so the idea of then pairing it with a crystal pairing is beautiful, because why? Because for me, it opens up that intuitive aspect a little bit more. This is not just about, oh, I know what the meaning is. That's a dangerous place for me. For me, it's like, I like to look at things. And to be fair, when I am in that mindset, I look at the tarot, like sometimes I'll give you a very good clue, a very good example. So I was doing a reading the other day on here on TikTok, and we came across the Queen of, I think it was the Queen of Cups in somebody's reading, Queen of Cups, right? And this particular person was asking about a love interest, blah blah. Anyway, I looked, I looked at it, and for the first time ever, I swear to God, for the first time ever, and this is a 25-year-old deck, on the Queen of Cups, and I'm trying to find her now, of course, and she's probably going to be the last one in the deck, as you can imagine. But on the Queen of Cups, there are these white cliffs, the white cliffs, like white cliffs, and I said, and I looked at it and I thought, I don't believe I've ever sort of really noticed that before, and I blurted out in the middle of the reading, I think that there's something to do with the white cliffs of Dover. This person, like blah blah, and he said, yeah, well, that's where she's from.
Wow.
I was like, you're kidding.
Wow.
And that's the first time. And for me, that was a really fresh perspective. I was, where the flippin' hell is the Queen of Cups? Come on, you silly cat. Where are you? So basically,
she's totally hiding from you.
She's like, oh, wait, I'm not sure. Yeah, there you go, Queen of Cups. There she is with the cliffs over there. And again, I looked at that, and to me, that's like a background of that picture. It's not like the major element of that picture, but somehow just by allowing myself to sort of, when you vague out or your eyes go a little bit like you cross, I thought, oh, that looks like the White Cliffs of Dover. Said that, trusted that intuition, and bang, it happened to be spot on. So I love that. I love the exploration of tarot. So yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, it's interesting too, because I have a very tiny community, like not like yours, but I used to teach tarot, like here's the majors, here's the minors, and we're gonna do that for you guys, don't worry. But like I used to teach it in a very methodical way, and I'm in the same place you are, where I've stepped away from that, and I'm like, tarot is really just a visual way to tap into your intuition, So how long have you had that deck? Am I allowed to ask? Is that your first deck that you ever picked up?
Yeah, 25 years. So this is my first ever Rider-Waite. I've got a couple of Rider-Waites. There's some still pretty brand new, but this one travels with me wherever I go. And so 25 years. Are you still there? Where has Jackie gone? Oh, you're there.
Oh my gosh.
What is going on? Anyway, you're there now. Okay, good.
So I'm just so excited to like go through the major arcana with you. So we kind of went back and forth, and at one point Lizelle was going to pick a new card each week, and and then I would do the crystal pairing, and Sean, who is her son, who helped you create your tarot deck. Have you told your audience that you have a tarot deck launching yet?
I have, yes, I have. Not in this live, but I have, yes. Every now and then I am quite excited, because I've got a couple of little mock-ups, little mock-ups of the cards which I show, which is obviously our tarot deck, which will be released in the US at the end of August. So
I already ordered mine on. You can order one on Amazon, guys. You can pre-order.
Go for it. You should find the link in my link tree. If anybody's interested, you'll find it in my link tree. There'll be a link to order in whichever country you're in. Yeah.
I'm so excited about it. But anyway, Sean was the one who mentioned to us, he's like, you guys should just go through the major arcana. And we were like, okay. Yeah. He did all of the illustrations on the deck. So I'm excited to connect with him in early June.
Yes, it's fabulous. And today, when we're going to talk about the Fool today, I'll show you our Fool because I just happen to have the Fool as well, and the Rider-Waite Fool as well. So yeah.
Oh my, let's get into it.
Oh, let's go.
Let's get into the
Absolutely.
Fool.
Okay.
Let's go for it because then we can open it up to the floor for readings. And I know it's very late where you are, so I don't want to keep you too long.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Don't worry about it. I've had
Tell me your
coffee.
interpretation. I'm sorry.
I've had my coffee. I'm all good.
You're an angel. Seriously,
All
you're an
right.
angel.
So the Fool, the first card of the tarot, the traditional Rider-Waite deck. This is the Fool, right? And what is important for me when I'm looking at tarot is that the tarot for me is like, it's almost as though if you were to look at all the cards laid from the beginning to the end, there's a story that unfolds here. And if you were to open up a book or a novel, the Fool would be that first page, that excitement, that, oh my God, what's happening here? This is a new journey. I don't know what's going to happen and unfold on these pages, but it is the start of a new journey. And that is the energy of the Fool for me, the energy of almost a naivete. There's a sense of lightness. When you look at him, he's a young person, and he's happy. He carries his, I love to go wandering along the mountain track, Voldery, Voldera. Anyway, so we won't sing too much. We might show, just.
No, please do. I'm loving this.
But basically, he's got that air of innocence, and that is depicted in a couple of images that are on this card. For instance, we'll see he's carrying his little knapsack, so he's traveling lightly. He doesn't carry the burdens of the past. He doesn't carry any heaviness. He is light in his manner and his demeanor. And he's also got in his hand a white rose. He has a white rose there. Again, the white, for me, a symbol of innocence, purity. He hasn't been tainted by life yet. He's on a fresh new journey. He also has, interestingly, above him, a white sun. Now, for me, when I look at the white sun, for me, that is not about this. Yeah, the sun is shining. But for me, what that is he is being divinely led. That is divine consciousness right there. He is being led by something higher. And also here, he's about to step off a cliff, but he doesn't care. And you've got the little dog going. For me, the dog has a couple of aspects. One is going, hey, what are you doing? I'm coming with you. I really want to go with you. I love you. Hey, are you really going to jump off that cliff? And so the energy of this is, the mantra I like to use with this card is bite off more than you can chew and chew like hell. Because, I'm not ready, but I'm going, I'm doing it. And everybody else is going, everybody's going, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? And it's like, no, I'm doing it. I trust. I'm being led.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love your interpretation. For me, so it's interesting that you have stuck with your tried and true Rider-Waite-Smith for 25 years, and now you have developed your own deck, which I think I'm so excited for you, Lizelle. I'm so excited. I think it's going to be an international smash, like truly. The artwork is just phenomenal. But I love studying different tarot decks. I think I probably have over 100, maybe 150 decks. And I think I'm going to put together a video of like my favorites of all the different cards, because I feel like every artist interprets things differently. Yes. Of course, I don't have it in front of me. I didn't think ahead, but my favorite Fool right now is from the Wild Unknown Tarot, where it's a fuzzy little baby chick. And it's like this newborn baby chick. It's like innocent. Like if you bring a baby in the room, it's like innocence. Like everyone wants to touch the baby and kiss the baby. And like, that's the energy of the Fool to me. Like that just, you haven't been tainted by the world yet. You're innocent. You're excited. You're full of joy. You're so happy to be there. You're excited for what happens next. It's fresh. It's new beginnings. It's, that adventurous spirit, your soul just landed here, Yeah. And I love that the Fool is 0 in the tarot. It's like Om, like the sound of the beginning of the universe, and it's like it's that pure
And
energy.
just to, I know that we're discussing the Fool, but that's what I love, because the last of the major arcana cards is what? It's the world. And what is the shape of the world? Full circle.
Yeah.
So here we go from the beginning to full circle. And I love that progression. Again, as I said, the tarot for me always tells a story. You know, when you're looking at things, and that's to me the curiosity of it. Like, that's really important when you're doing a reading for somebody as well, is to remain curious. Oh, I'm really curious. What's the next part of your story? What's the next? Ah, look how it unfolds. So yeah, yeah, fabulous. Now, in our
And
day,
yeah, like
yeah,
Davina said, the fool's journey.
yes, of course, it's the fool's journey. The fool's journey through the tarot. It's the fool's journey throughout the entire tarot. You know, you can look at the fool as as you. This is the beginning of your story, and you will have periods in your life as well, which is also lovely about the tarot. There are periods in your life that you begin again, and you're starting that journey again, and there's a new story or a new book, or you've closed the chapter, you've reached your culmination of a certain point, and then you begin again. And so what we've done in our tarot, now this is just a mock-up card, obviously I don't have the deck yet to work with. Our tarot deck, the Fool, is a jack in the box, the regular old jack in the box who jumps out, bang, I'm so surprised. And
Love
here I'm
it.
surprised. And our little doggy is the clasp over here, the clasp that is on the box. And so the dog is not there to keep the Fool trapped, but there is a protective aspect to it, and there's also a time to let that out, to let that Fool out. Again, we have very similar symbols here. We've got in Sean has been so good. I mean, he's in the side here. We've got the wands. We've got the cups in the border as well. We still have the white divine consciousness, but what I've done here is we've got a bit of a star in it, because I wanted it to be like when you got the magi, the three wise men who were following the light, following the star. That was the sort of energy I wanted to have here, not just the sun. I wanted that divine aspect to it, that the Fool is he's also emerging from, you may notice, water. So that's water, and to me, that's being born out of water, from the womb, as it were, and that new beginning, that chick that you were talking about, that little fuzzy chick. So when Sean and I were discussing this, we were talking about these elements that we still wanted to maintain, obviously, but we also wanted to give it a uniqueness. And for me, also, this deck to me should embody the way I like to read, So there were aspects that I try to incorporate with that as well, in this particular deck. So yeah,
I love the Jack in the Box. I love because like I always associate the Fool. Like that's why I love tarot card readings and the tarot. We could study it till the end of time, and everyone's going to have a different interpretation.
yes,
And like I said to you, I associate it with like the little baby, the childlike innocence, and like the Jack in the Box is like such like a cute way of like honoring the inner child within, that purity that still lives within each and every one of us.
yes, because let's face it, Jackie, when we do face a new beginning, we're getting older now. I'm in like my mid-50s, right? And when I get into this space, you can become jaded by life a little bit. And let's face it, when there is a new beginning, what does it require you to do? It requires you to suspend your disbelief, put aside that jaded thing, and go back to that childlike innocence, so that you can re-experience that, the exuberance of the new journey, or the path, that you're taking. So it's a cool card. It's a cool card because it should embody excitement. I think for me, that's adventure and excitement, new beginnings. And as I say, Gabor was saying, going back to the drawing board. Going back to the drawing board, yeah.
Well, and when you asked me about a crystal pairing,
Yes.
the stone that immediately came to mind is selenite, which I think most people are familiar with these days. And a lot of you might already have this at home. But selenite like you said, letting go of the past, washing it away, cleansing you. Selenite is not only it's the only stone that's self-cleansing and can cleanse other crystals. Kyanite and a few others are self-cleansing as well, but meaning like most crystals, they're doing heavy lifting for us. And so you need to cleanse them under moonlight or using sage or Palo Santo. Selenite, it does it all by itself. And not only that, but you can use selenite to like cleanse yourself. I like to, you'll see me do this a lot when I'm doing tarot readings to clear. You can use it to cleanse your tarot deck. Selenite is just such a powerful tool. And I feel like it embodies that purity, that innocence of spirit of the Fool. So that was my main choice. I have some other crystals that I'm happy to talk about, but
yes,
selenite was it for me.
Oh, that's fantastic! I love it. I don't even. The funniest thing is, I've got quite a few. I've got a little bit of a crystal fetish. I don't know about crystals as much as you. I do love them, you know, and
you know more than you think, Lizelle. You know more than you think.
I just don't.
You agree with crystals.
Yeah, but yeah, I do love it. And I agree with you. I've never thought about it that way. I've never thought about it, you know, as from that cleansing perspective, or from, you know, that, and it's white, it's clear, it's glorious, it's, you know, it's again, it's untainted, and
it's like that star in the top of your image. There's your star right there.
Totally is. That's fabulous. That's really good. That is really, really good. What other crystals would you say?
So another one that immediately came to mind was golden healer quartz. So golden healer quartz is also yellow hematoid quartz. It's a quartz that's become yellow because of hematite, basically iron ore deposits. And it is when you wouldn't expect it, but when you hold and you meditate with golden healer quartz, it feels like you're encapsulated in a barrel of white bright light. So again, that cleansing energy, that clearing out of everything energetically to start again, renewal. And they called it golden healer quartz. Right? We don't hear yellow hematoid quartz a lot because it's healing you. It's resetting you. It's offering you that space to go out into the world, to go on the next adventure, to do the next thing, and kind of giving you that boost. So
that's beautiful. What would you think of, like, for me, you know, I was sort of thinking about what I would have thought about, like what I think of crystal wise when it comes to the Fool. And one of the things that did come to my mind was citrine, because citrine I associate with joy. And I just think, again, there's that sense of, you know, exuberance, and also associated with obviously the solar plexus. Now, when there's a new journey, like, you kind of go, so you got to dig deep and make the bloody thing happen, don't you? So it's kind of like some there. So yeah.
So I'm with you. It's funny. I have a little bit of citrine here today, but I sell out of it quite frequently. I agree with citrine. I included citrine as well. And this is called Bumblebee Jasper. It's made yellow by sulfur. So don't lick the crystals. But again, I'm with you with that solar plexus activation, that push off, that go, that willpower. And that's exactly what you can get with using Bumblebee Jasper in your meditations. And yeah, that's so funny. I love that we were kind of on the same page there.
Yeah. No, that's glorious, man. That's lovely.
Yeah,
that is.
I have to get a package out to you, Lizelle. I need to get you a care package.
Well, I'm not going to say no.
Yeah,
I always find more room for crystals, I have to say. Yeah, I'm loving. I'm just going to show you this anyway, just because I'm loving on it at the moment. Is the Labradorite as well? Look at the color, man. I mean, seriously, look at that. There's just.
You know what I want to talk to? Like that. It's funny. I love Labradorite too. I'm actually saving it next week because I associate that with the Magician.
Yes.
But it's so interesting. Like you can associate like it all works because it's like. You can't have the Fool without the Magician. It's all a flow. And
Yeah.
so, and labradorite is also very protective, and it's cute. I was seeing someone in the chat here who said they thought of black tourmaline. I thought of shungite for that protective energy, like protecting the fool as it goes out on its journey. And labradorite can do that as well. Labradorite can protect the fool, as the fool pushes off into the universe. It's like labradorite can wrap you in so much psychic protection. It's unbelievable.
I love, yeah, and I like it as well. I think you're right though, because when we were talking before about a lot of the crystals having to do some of the heavy lifting, I feel like
Mhm.
this one has to do quite a lot of heavy lifting as
Yes.
well, because it's like it's really for me the stone of transformation, you know. Um,
Yes.
and Lisa, are you off base to think of rose quartz for the open-hearted quality? Not at all. I thought of rose quartz.
Mm.
That would have been my
Oh,
second
yeah.
choice. Would have been rose quartz. Why?
Yeah.
I love rose quartz. There's an innocence. There's a beauty. There's that the heart is open. The heart is ready to go on that journey. When people are looking for heart opening, I would always suggest to them grab some rose quartz. That for me, that's the heart opening. That's the softening. That's the one when I first met my husband, I was like, you need loads of rose quartz, mate. Like lots.
Well, it's funny because like when I think of rose quartz, I was like it's hard because we're going through the major arcana. I'm like, do I save it for the lovers? I don't know. And but I'm with you. I chose this is called cobalto calcite, and calcite is so great for our heart chakra. Like this is like like this is exactly what our guest said. Like it's activating and healing that heart chakra. It's wrapping you in a bundle of love as you go on your way. So I get the vibe. I do. I understand the rose quartz choice as well. I almost brought it out for this one, but I that's interesting. I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's beautiful. And oh, yeah, I don't know. So you were saying something about Into the Wild Unknown. Was that the deck that you were talking
Wild.
about with
Yep. Wild unknown.
um just as a slight aside, and I like to just think about this a little bit more. When you are like, does that follow very much the major arcana and the minor arcana as well? Does it have that sort of right away feel,
Mhm.
or is it more? So it does follow along those lines. It's not
Yes.
okay.
But it's really interesting that that's the deck I learned on, and it's very different from the imagery is very different from the Rider Waite Smith. Let me see if I can grab it really quickly.
Yes, that'll be great. That'll be great.
But it's an unbelievable deck. Hold on 1 second. I should have him right here. Do do do. It knows that we're on a live, so it's hiding.
You're right.
All the way in the back. Okay, I found it. So this is the original Wild Unknown, and I'm dating myself because she used to be an indie deck creator, and this is how it came. There's like a whole guidebook now. Like this is kind of like how yours has seen some love. This is like this is my baby.
Yes.
This is my baby. And here, for example, this is the King of Pentacles.
Oh, I see. Oh, that is pretty special,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
The Father of Cups, which is the King of Cups, the Hanged Man. So she uses line drawings and color to kind of show the energy of the cards, and it's just an interesting way of attacking the tarot. I will look for the Fool, but I just love tarot in the sense that there's so many different interpretations of it.
Oh, that's fantastic. And that little chick, that is a beautiful, yeah, that is a beaut. And the chick who wants to fly. Isn't that great as well? Like that to me is like, a little bird that needs to take flight. Go on, off you go, jump off the cliff, bite off more than you can chew, chew like hell.
Love it. Yeah.
That's excellent. I am. Yeah, I love that. I love that. So, for those of you who've just joined us, thank you. I'm talking today with Jackie from Totems and Tarot. We're exploring a little bit of, we're going to be exploring the major arcana in our talks, and then pairing them with crystals. Jackie, if you haven't joined her already, or if you haven't followed her here already, then you should. Her channel is Totems and Tarot, and we are going to be like talking about the tarot, but also doing some crystal pairings. So what we will be doing today, we're talking a little bit about the Fool today and the Fool's Journey, the beginning, the first card of the tarot. And we will then also be doing some readings for you, some card pulls, and then also pairing it with a crystal for you. So so that's exciting. So we might think about doing how we're going to do that. Jackie, do we want people to just put their hand up and say they would like one, and we pick them randomly?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so. Versus like a question, I think like just doing a general pull for them,
yes,
pulling a card for them, and then I can think of as you're talking, I'll think of a crystal that would pair nicely with that.
all right,
And
perfect, perfect.
really quickly, we have some questions about rose quartz.
Yeah.
So, rose quartz to open the doors for love? Absolutely, if that's what the Fool is inviting in on his journey. But when I picked it up, and this is actually cobalto calcite, I was thinking of protecting. There's been like a lot of talk about protecting the Fool on its journey. And so I was thinking of protecting his gentle little heart, but I think it's up for interpretation. That's the beauty of the tarot. And rose quartz is about self-love, but it also is about inviting love in as well, because we can't invite love in unless we love ourselves first.
Okay, perfect. Absolutely, I agree. Like for me, when I was joking about my husband there, let's just say he had some pretty rotten relationships in his life, and his whole heart chakra just was like, I don't think so. And it was all like, and he said he was like, oh, I'm ready for love, but he wasn't really. And so, so basically, that was why rose quartz was recommended very strongly. So I do associate with. I do love rose quartz. Well, I like pink. You see, it's not that I wear pink, but I like pink. It's nice. It's a beautiful energy there. So, okay, how we're going to do this, guys, is if you would like a little mini reading, we're going to pull a card and a crystal. And I would prefer it if you have a username, like a lot of you guys have usernames like user 9,753,220 bloody one. I cannot connect with you like that. Could you please just put a first name there as well? Because if you don't, I'm not going to call you user number or hey you. I'd like you to just be really, just give a first name and say, I would like, put your hand up, say, I'm putting my hand up for a reading, and your first name. Okay. And then we will pull a card, give you your little mini reading, and then also the crystal that can go with that. How does that sound?
I'm excited. Thank you so much.
Gabor, you would love a reading. Gabor. Okay. So Gabor. Now Gabor used to be my moderator here on TikTok. Many years ago when I started, 5 years ago. I know Gabor was very young at that time. He was like, I had a bunion that was older than Gabor at that time. No, seriously, that's true. So Gabor, okay, let's get a card for you, Gabor. All right. Oh, Gabor, what do we draw for you? I love it. We've drawn a major arcana card. We've drawn the Hanged Man. Oh, now people often look at that and think, oh, that's a little bit macabre. Oh my God. And they don't like it very much because why? I think a lot of us don't like this card. I love it. I love the Hanged Man. Why? The major attribute for me of the Hanged Man, because look at his face. He's very happy to be there. He's very happy to be there. He has relinquished control. That's why people don't like it. He's relinquished control, okay? Life, I can't do anything about this situation at the moment. So, Gabor, you may find yourself in a situation where you feel, I just give up. Or you may be being asked to give up or to relinquish control. Why? The Hanged Man is upside down. In this position, not only does he surrender control, he also gets a different perspective. He's looking at things from a different viewpoint. He's not looking at if something has been bothering you, you're absolutely confounded by why can't I make a push through? Like, why am I not breaking through? Why am I not getting through here? Why am I not taking, why am I not making a major breakthrough? Stop. Throw your hands up in the air and get a different perspective. So that, I believe, is what the Hanged Man is imploring you to do. Now, this could be on one level in life, beautiful, or many, but there you go. And what are we pairing with that, Jackie?
I was inspired by your talk for gold sheen obsidian. So gold sheen obsidian is extremely amazing. It really helps us go into the depths of the psyche kind of thing. And like you said, a shift in perspective. So if you're looking to break patterns, look at things from a new angle, he's upside down, he's free, he's relinquished control. Gold sheen obsidian is a wonderful stone for you to work with.
Perfect. Make sense for you, Gabor?
And by the way, shameless plug, all of these stones are available on my website and my app. So
Oh, please, yes, please. So please follow Jackie, so at least you can, and then you'll be able to have access to her website. She's got it all available. Davina, let's go for you. Davina, let's pull a card for you today. Davina. Right, what have we got for you today, Davina?
this is such a treat. Thank you so much, Lizzo.
Oh, you're so welcome. It's fun to do. Davina, you've drawn the 7 of Cups. Okay, the 7 of Cups. Okay, so for me, the 7 of Cups, on the surface, it looks pretty good. I mean, here's this person weighing up the options, and there are several options here. Cups are filled with different things. In some of them, there is success. There are baubles. There's a snake in one of them. I mean, there is, like, some of the imagery on the Rider-Waite is quite macabre, I'll have you know. But what is important about the 7 of Cups is a couple of things. Number one, let's look at the number 7. In numerology, I think it's really important to take numerology into account. And when in the creation of my deck, I have taken numerology into account in a big way.
Oh, thank you. Because that's how I learned the tarot. I love numerology. Okay, keep going.
Because the number 7 is an important number. Why? Just like the tarot has a story, Davina, so do numbers, right? So when people see the number 1, it might mean something, then 2, and then 3. There's a development of a story here. And the number 7 for me is about presence. It's about being in the present moment, and it's about persistence. You're not quite at the end of the journey. You still have a little push through to make here, but it's about presence and focus. You've got to keep going. What I feel with the 7 of Cups, Davina, for you is, number 1, stop procrastinating. Pick something. If you're bloody well not sure about what to pick something, figure it out, because the only way you're going to figure out if it's for you is if you take the first step. The moment you're in limbo land, you're doing nothing. You're wasting energy. You might be procrastinating, not being able to choose. Another aspect of this card for you, Davina, is not everything that glitters is gold. Okay, sometimes something is just too good to be true, right? Then it's too good to be true. The truth of the matter is, it's never going to be perfect, so don't hesitate and keep going. Now, when we combine that again with the number 7, this is really important. When the number 7 is there, keep going, keep going. Don't get distracted with all the shiny things. Remember, when the Fool was drawn, when at the beginning of your journey, you were excited. There's a call here to go back, get some of that excitement that you had, and keep going, because you're nearly there. Number 7 is number 7 out of 10. 10's your completion, your fulfillment, your full circle. Does that make sense for you? I bloody well hope so. So, Jackie, go for it.
As you were talking, you kept saying, like focus and the truth, and because like you said, all these shiny baubles, and it's just like that are distracting you. And so I was like, what would be a stone that would help like open and activate your third eye, where like you're really seeing into the universe, you're seeing into the future, you're able to make those decisions more clearly. And the stone that came up for you is sodalite. I think this sodalite tower is so beautiful, and this might be a good one for you to work with right now.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, you're welcome
This
to
is so much fun.
Good,
I
good.
could do this all day.
Works well, doesn't it? No, nice. All right, let's see. Who do we have? Lisa, let's go with you, Lisa. Lisa Simone. Lisa. I'll pull one for you now as well. Let's go. So let's see what's going on with dear old Lisa. What are you're a tried and true. You're here very often, Lisa, and Lisa knows that I'm going to just tell her like it is because she's used to me speaking to her like I'm her mother. All right. Let's have a look here. So Lisa, what have we got for you today? Oh my God. Okay, so Lisa, you're gonna laugh. Okay, you've got the Nine of Swords. I love. So the Nine of Swords for me, I'm chuckling because stop overthinking, for God's sake, Lisa. This is the card. My mantra for this card is the 3 a.m. card. You know that, the Dear 3 a.m. card. Now, what is that thought that wakes you up at 3 a.m., that gnawing thing, that thing that at nighttime, I don't know about you, but at nighttime things are amplified for me, especially in the worry department. So if I'm worried about something and I wake up at night and think about it, it seems 10 times worse than what it actually is, right? So Lisa, this card says just get a little bit of a grip, because what is potentially overwhelming you is probably not as big or as large as it seems. Why? Because this person's up at night, they are thinking about it, they're concerned about it. However, Lisa, to your saving grace, this is a number 9 card, which means that breakthrough is nearly there. It's just this little bit of fogginess before the breakthrough, as it were. You're nearly at the end of a cycle. You might be waiting to be at the end of a cycle. You might think, how the hell am I going to get to that end of that cycle? But invariably, this card always says things are not as bad as what they seem. What would you pair with that, Jackie?
The stone that immediately came up for me is chalcedony. Chalcedony is a form of quartz. It's in the quartz family, but I find it to be really soothing for our nervous system. When you're just like stuck in your head and you need to, and you're stuck in that fight, flight, freeze kind of vibe. Those triggers. And chalcedony is like this beautiful balm. It's really soothing. It's really blissful. It's going to help your nervous system relax. Like you think you're doing yourself a favor by staying in these thought cycles. And you're actually making it worse, because vibrationally you're in the wrong spot. And so we need something that's going to help you like mellow and calm and return to a sense of peace and a sense of serenity.
Yeah, perfect.
So, chalcedony, and I love this little house.
Lisa, if you want to, I hope you're already connected with Jackie, and I'm sure you can send her a message either on Instagram or here if you want to know what the name of that is. Because what we can also do maybe afterwards is, message Jackie. She's got
if you
the
have
money.
any questions, guys, just DM me. I'm happy to send you information. All of this stuff is on my website as well. I have tons of information about crystals on there. So, but whatever you need, I'm here for you.
Perfect. Good. Perfect. Laura, let's go with you. Laura, Lee loves coffee. That's your username. Nice. Laura, your name is Laura. You would like a card pull. Let's do that for you now. Okay. Nice.
Laura's one of my OGs.
Oh, there you go. There we go. Let's go. So Laura, oh my goodness. So Laura, you've drawn the Page of Swords.
Ooh.
The Page of Swords is so for me, all the pages in the tarot are very much about youthful energy. They're kind of like not yet the knight, and they're certainly not the king, but they're the page. So there's the sense of naivete to them. There's a sense of quickness to them. Now, in some instances in life, that's really good, because you need to think on your feet, or you need the exuberance of youth to make something happen, right? But sometimes with the Page of Swords, this is a card that comes up when you may have to make a decision that requires you to think on your feet and to think very quickly. Why am I saying that to you? Not only is it the page, which is that quickness, that energy, swords is of the intellect. In the tarot, the swords is of the mind, of the intellect, but it's also of communication. Clear communication, direct communication, not buggering around with fudging around it's direct and clear. So the Page of Swords in this instance, I feel he's determined. He's pretty determined. He encourages you to think and to make a decision, but he also encourages you not to act hastily or have a knee-jerk reaction. Again, remember, he has an immature sort of energy in that he may retaliate or do something. Don't do that. The idea is to have direct movement forward, but it needs to be decided. It needs to be intentional, not reactional. Makes sense for you, Laura? I hope so. What would you pair with that, Jackie?
It's so funny because I usually associate the Page of Swords with education. And so to hear your take on it, it's like it opened up a whole new world for me. The stone I reached for immediately was amethyst. Like you said, like really getting clear on things, healing and activating that crown chakra, bringing in the divine, tapping into your intuition as you're making those decisions, right? Really listening to the truth and communicating with your guides. And also amethyst, amethyst does it all, by the way. Like if you're looking for just like one stone that does everything, it's amethyst. Like they're gorgeous. Amethyst does, like if there's only one stone that you're buying for your collection, amethyst, because it has that protective quality as well. So
yeah, I love it. As you know, I've got loads. Melissa, a card pull with a crystal pairing, of course, my sweetheart. Let's see what's going on for you. Melissa, card pull. Here we go. What's going on for you, Melissa? Let's have a look, see what we get here for you. Oh my goodness. We have here the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. There's a lot of layers here. This is about, for me, immediately legacy. It's in the picture, you will see there's an old man, but there's also two younger people and there are some dogs. It's about family and it's about legacy. Now, when I see this card, it can mean that you may be dealing with family issues or issues around family. It depends on what you're asking. So for example, if you were asking about a new job, because this is Pentacles. Pentacles is usually about material things, the stuff that you can touch, very much associated with money or property or this kind of thing, right? But when we're looking at the 10 of Pentacles here, and you say you were asking about a job, I would say to you, you know what, you're probably going to get a nice job that's conservative in nature, it's tried and true, and it's with somebody that's been around for a long time. Like you can trust that company. There's a sense of legacy here. However, if we're not talking about job, right, I would say to you, this card implores you to think about your bigger picture. Not the quick fix, not the thing that you need to get done right here, right now, but where do I want to be in 5 years? Where do I want to be in 10 years? What is the legacy? Remember, that's the word I associate with this card very much. What is the legacy that you wish to leave behind? When you are lying on your deathbed, what is the legacy you wish to leave behind? But this is also a card of family. So this card can often come up when you're maybe worried or concerned about family matters, or you might be worried about the legacy of somebody, something that's been, it very often comes up in readings when there's an inheritance or something that can be gained from a family situation. But it's a very stable card, Melissa. It's a card that says think long term. No matter what's going on for you now, come back to what's going to be mattering to you in 20 years' time, or when you're on your deathbed one day, that you're going to be proud of. The small things don't put your energy there. Put your energy at this time into the bigger picture or the longer term. I hope that made sense for you as well, Melissa. What would you pair with that, Jackie?
I chose malachite.
Oh.
So malachite, if there was ever a stone that could be associated with legacy, in my personal opinion, it's malachite. And just look at that druzy. Malachite is such a huge heart opener. It helps us release old wounding, old stories from the family, old patterning, so that we can create more flow. Like you were talking about the abundance piece of it all. So we can bring in more things for our legacy so we can continue to grow. We can heal the generations in front of us and behind us. Like malachite is a really powerful transformer.
I want to show you, I just want to show you this.
Yeah.
I've got to bring this closer to me because I have, oh my God, I have too many crystals too.
Oh my God. Lizelle, I just got goosebumps.
I know.
That is one of the most beautiful pieces I've ever seen. Oh my God.
It was also one of the most expensive ones, just saying. It's like, but it was stunning.
Malachite in its raw form like this is really hard to get your hands on. Yeah, it's unbelievable.
It's also so fragile as well. So I've got to be really careful with it because it can, I know, but it's quite.
That is gorgeous. Yep. Yeah, you understand. And it creates so much flow and so much transformation. Like malachite's a heavy lifter for us. She needs to be cleansed a lot, guys, if you have malachite.
So Melanie, wow, perfect card for your question because it was about buying a home.
There you go.
That's what we like to do. Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you, my darling. Thank you for letting me know.
Okay. Lizelle, I just want to honor your time. We had allotted for like an hour. Are you okay to keep going? Do you want?
Fine. Okay. I'm fine. Okay. As long as you are.
Yes. I just want to make sure it's really late for you. So I just want to be.
Trust me. Like I said, I did go to sleep and I'll just go back to sleep again. Don't worry.
Okay. Amazing.
All right, so Madison, let's pull for you, my darling. Madison. So Madison, card pull and your crystal. Let's have a look, see. All right. So this is for you, Madison. Okay, Madison. Now, you have drawn the 8 of Wands and you've drawn it in the reversed position. Okay, so what does this mean? Now, let me speak about the upright first. When you draw the 8 of Wands and it's in the upright position, okay, this is easy flow, easy go, easy communication, all systems go, things that you've been waiting for, take off. You can expect movement. It's a card of movement. Now, you haven't drawn it in that position. You've drawn it in this position. So, at the moment, you may be experiencing setbacks or delays or miscommunication or just frustration, like things aren't going where you want them to go with something. Now, that can and will change for you. But right now, the energy it's a little bit stuck. Sometimes this comes in when you're waiting. Again, this is a card of communication, forward movement, putting your energy forward. You are thriving, you're moving, things are on the go. Again, in the upside down position, you may be experiencing setbacks, delays, or frustration around any aspect of life. What would you pair with this for Madison, Jackie?
What immediately came up for you, Madison, is fluorite. Fluorite comes in almost every color of the rainbow. But fluorite, what it does is it clears out the negative energy and it's transforming it into positive energy. Like a great science experiment is to keep a piece of fluorite on your desk at work and like the gossipers or like the negative Nancys, they like disappear. And for you, you have that 8 of Wands in reverse. There's like resistance happening. There's blockages. Fluorite's going to clear out that debris for you. It's going to create like this new shift for you, a really, really powerful stone for you to work with. And honestly, in any color, pick your poison. Fluorite is amazing. Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you. All right, let's go for Lisa K. Lisa, you'd like a card pull and crystal? Of course you can. Let's see what we've got. Thank you, Lisa. Right. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. Right. So, Lisa, are you ready? The Ten of Swords. Okay. It's not as macabre as it appears. I mean, it does look bloody macabre. You're just looking at the person's been stabbed to death in the back. Okay. Now, if we want to take this card, it's very literally. It can mean, I look at this from a very different perspective as well, I feel. I always look at this and go, something in your life has got to end. You're at a number 10 here. This is the card's number is number 10. This is the line in the sand. Something's got to end. And invariably, it's usually a story that you are telling yourself that no longer serves you, or there is a situation in your life that is no longer serving you. This card can also be a little bit about, don't dramatize it as well, because the ending needs to happen here at this time. So if you're making up a story around and go, this guy's like not dead. He's really meant to get up. It can sometimes mean that somebody has betrayed you, quite literally betrayed you, or you feel betrayed by a situation or a person. You feel betrayal or you feel betrayed, or you feel let down. And again, I want to say, don't dramatize that. You can walk away from the situation wiser, or you can walk away from this situation wounded. It's your choice always. This card says, put an end to this. Whatever needs to end, needs to end, because what comes after 10? Number 1. So then you have an opportunity to start again. Okay, so whatever's going on, this card says it's now time. It's an end. What would you pair with that?
I said black tourmaline. And this has some muscovite, some mica in there as well. Black tourmaline is, I feel like it needs to be in every witch's metaphysical, spiritual person's toolkit. It's here to protect you. It's here to protect you psychically, physically. And whenever I see the 10 of Swords, like you mentioned, like, oh, betrayal sometimes, or I usually get the vibe of like other people's melodrama, like toxic relationships, the cycles coming to an end, like you mentioned. And I think black tourmaline would be a really powerful one for you to work with. Even keep a little piece of it with you. Just keep yourself protected. Keep your energy protected. I feel like you have some energy vampires in your midst.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, for sure. This card very often, if somebody's talking about people who are gossiping, or there's just that kind of yeah, then that can also be that card. I hope that made sense for you, Lisa. Thank you, my lovely. Thank you. You will. Good. Okay, great. Let's read 4. Let's go with Christina. Christina. Thank you, my lovely. Let's get you read. Let's get a card, and we'll do it with a crystal pairing. For those of you just joining, we're doing a live with Jackie from Totems and Tarot today. We're doing 1 card pulls and a crystal pairing. With no questions. And if you haven't already followed Jackie, please follow her now. She also, all the crystals she shows you, she has a beautiful store, online store. So please, check out the website and go and buy some crystals, man. Yeah. All right, let's have a look.
Also, you guys, I do want to mention, not only are we doing these lives together, but we're pulling you through the major arcana in Lizelle's newsletter, as well as mine. But Lizelle's, her inner compass, you get an email every Monday for the week. Like, I'm a Capricorn. So she does a reading specifically for Capricorn. She's doing the crystal pairings, but she's also in that newsletter. She has our blogs that we're pulling you through the major arcana. There's a blog in there about the Fool. There's a blog in there this week about selenite. So if you haven't signed up for the inner compass yet, please do. Okay. It's only like $20 a month.
Yes, it's $19.90 a month. It's like it's about $4.60 a week. Okay, and you'll get a reading, a little video reading.
It's so helpful. It's my first thing I do when I get to my desk in the morning on Mondays. I like open up my email and I'm like, what's my reading for the week? What's Lizelle got going on for me? Because they're so accurate. I don't understand it, but they're so accurate.
I do love doing them. They have been, like, people have loved it. So yes, please do sign up. If you want to, you can check on my profile, The Eternal Tarot. Go to the Linktree link. It's like the first link that's there, so you can sign up to that. All right, Christina, my lovely, let's get a card happening for you. Okay, so Christina, you've drawn the Star. Okay. I love the Star. I think it's quite a misunderstood card, and I'll tell you why. I mean, this basically what we're looking at here is a woman. She's naked, and she has she's pouring water. She has 2 urns. She's pouring water, one into the earth and one into the pond, in which she has 1 foot in the water and 1 foot out. For me, Christina, always says to me, you are not alone. Okay. The star, it's kind of like you are being led, you're divinely led. There's another aspect to this that is so important, is the fact that the woman is naked requires your vulnerability and authenticity, like really being able to show who you are. And the star is very much associated with, are you living your highest purpose? Are you doing the thing you're meant to do? Are you brave enough to do the thing that you are meant to do? Are you brave enough to let the world see who you truly are? There's another aspect to this card that is important. She has one foot in the water and one foot on the earth. That's about balance. That's about patience. That's about alchemy as well. Taking time to understand the different elements. She's looking downward, not up to the star. Don't forget, you're not alone. Okay, you are divinely led. It's really like that is a very important aspect of this. So whatever's going on for you at this time, are you being authentic and true to your calling, to your voice, your not just your voice, but to your voice? Are you being true to that? Are you being vulnerable enough to show the world who you are, or brave enough to live your purpose?
I love that so much. So I have two crystals for our friend because I went quite literal for the reason that this star is actually made out of quartz. And quartz in the crystal community is our master healer. It's like, it's not given enough credit. Like, we're like, oh, quartz, everyone knows quartz, but what can it do? And it actually can transmute energy. It can transform things. It can change things. And it helps remind you, like you said, that you're connected to the divine, that you're connected to something much larger than you. And I loved your interpretation of that courage to be exactly who you are meant to be. And the stone that comes up for me for that is mookaite. Mookaite comes from Australia. It's unbelievable stone, and it's really here to help you align with your path and your purpose and to be your most authentic self.
That's great. I like that too. That's very nice. All right, let's see. Who do we have here? So we're getting a single card pull. Don't ask questions, lovelies. Just a single card pull of the crystal pairing for you. And see what we get. So, Christina, you are so welcome, my lovely. I'm going to go with you, my lovely Regilio. Is that how I say your name, Regilio? I hope so. Let's get a card pull for you, and then also your crystal pairing, Regilio. Lovely. Let's see.
This is so much fun.
It's good, isn't it? We've got the
I feel like the tarot gives you so much more insight about like what's going on and like sets you on the path. And I love the crystal prescription in the sense like, here's the stone that you might want to consider working with as you're moving forward through the thing. I love it.
Sure, for sure. I mean, I think like I use my crystals in this way quite a lot. Like for me, they're a very important part of what I do. And yeah, I think just that is a nice natural pairing, you know. Regilio, you've drawn the Six of Cups, my love. The Six of Cups is an interesting card. It's an interesting card. For me, it's the one word that always comes to mind with this is nostalgia, something that you're thinking about from the past. Okay, the Six of Cups, it's got a kind of yummy feeling, like it's like a yummy feeling in that there's a sense of hankering maybe for the past, or something from the past may return in your life. It can be about family. It can be things from your childhood. When this, you know, invariably you can look at cards in the upright and in the reverse. In the upright, for me, this is celebrating your past, but not attaching yourself to it. In other words, there's some things in your past that, you know, you may want to revisit. Sometimes this card is very gently and kindly saying to you, you don't need to go back there. You can have had that past, you had an experience, but you don't necessarily need to visit it. Now, in a different sort of aspect, we can look at this too, where this may be a chance to celebrate something from your childhood that you'd forgotten. I don't know, you know, something like you know, sometimes when we, like, again in life, you know, you get to a certain age sometimes and you just get a bit jaded with it all, you know. It's like, oh my God, this is like, ugh. This card reminds you that what did you enjoy doing maybe as a child that you know that you haven't done in ages or that you haven't done in a very long time, and how can you really incorporate that energy back into your life at this time? Also remember though, there are things in your past that need to be left there, and some things can stay there. You can celebrate them for having happened, but you don't need to revisit them. What would you pair with that, Jackie?
So I'm giggling over here because I love the Six of Cups. Like I do a lot of inner child work personally, and I love when it's upright and it's talking about nostalgia. How fun are these Bigfoots? I saw this the other day and they made me laugh so much. And this is actually made out of Light. And if you can see that, but it glows under the UV light, which I think is just like that added bonus and so much fun. Light comes from the United States, actually. And it's also helping us activate and open up that crown chakra to, and like you said, because it's like, I also find the Six of Cups to be transformative. Like you said, leave the past in the past, keep it moving forward. So this could be your helpful little companion right now.
Cool. That's cool. I hope that helped you, Regilio. Okay, who do we have here? Hi, nice to see you. Please do check out. Please do follow. This is Jackie from Totems and Tarot. Please follow her as well here today. We are doing a single card pulls plus a crystal pairing or prescription with it, which is a bit of fun, and it's really a nice thing to do. And we are going to be doing a lot more collaboration together. We are in each other's newsletters and writing blogs. Oh my goodness, we've got a lot of work together, I still feel. So one step at a time.
The goal is to bring you all through the major arcana, and so every week Lizelle is doing a blog on the major arcana. So she wrote a beautiful blog this week on the Fool. If you missed it, go check it out. And then I'm doing a crystal pairing, which this week was selenite, and I wrote a blog on selenite. So every week we're dropping a new card, a new crystal. So be sure to follow along.
Please do. It's a fun thing. I think it's going to be very lovely. All right, let's see. Let's go with Aria Sparrow Song. What a lovely username you have, Aria. So you would love a card and a crystal, of course. Let's have a look at what we've got for you here today. What do we need to tell Aria today? Oh, we've got the Six of Cups again. Okay, so I'm going to pull a second card for you.
I kind of love that.
I love this. Okay, so we've got the Six of Cups again, which we've just spoken about, Aria, which is about leaving things in the past, but also celebrating things that, and it's very much associated with inner child work, etc., that Jackie spoke about as well, and revisiting the past, and sometimes not revisiting the past. But you've also drawn this beautiful card. You've drawn the Nine of Cups. I love the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups is if everything, like, it's the kind of scenario, like, if everything were just about perfect, it's like your wishes are going to be fulfilled. Whatever it is you're sort of hoping for, working toward, this is a card of emotional fulfillment. Remember, in the tarot, the cups are about emotions. Okay, they're always going to be about emotions. And the number 9, from a numerology perspective, is you're nearly at that perfect place. Like the Ten of Cups comes after this, which is your wishes are completely fulfilled, So I don't know what's going on for you, but celebrate it. This guy is so happy, so happy. He's sitting there with the world, it's all coming into fruition, or things are all falling in place. To me, it's a very joyous card. I look at that and think, wow. He's kind of even got a little bit of a smug look on his face, which is kind of like, look at that. I did that thing. And in a way, I don't mind. I don't mind him having that smug look on his face, I think you did it, chum. You bloody well did it, and that's a good thing. So there's this sense of interesting combination that you've got the Six of Cups and the Nine of Cups.
I'm getting pregnancy vibes. Yeah. I don't know why. I usually never say that.
Yeah, Six of Cups. You see, I don't do pregnancy readings, so I don't say that. So I'm just like, I don't say it.
I don't either. But maybe she's hoping for a baby. Who knows? But like the birth of something. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, it's like something lovely. There's something to celebrate here, I would say.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
crystal would you put with that then?
I chose chrysoprase. Look at that color.
Wow, that's
Chrysoprase is
wow.
such an amazing, I mean, it's
That,
so beautiful.
that's nice.
I know. And chrysoprase is renewal, new beginnings, and also it's really great for that heart center. Cups, like you said, that watery heart emotion. It's supportive, it's gentle, it's kind, and it's full of joy and celebration. And I feel like that's the area that Arya is in right now. She's celebrating. There's a lot of magic happening in her life right now.
Yeah. Well, if not, there will be soon, that's for sure. There's like something going on there. All right. Let's see. Tony with a butterfly next to your name. Can you have a card and crystal? Of course you can, Tony. Let's see what's going on for you and what needs to be looked at for you. Okay. So Tony, you've drawn the Four of Swords. Four of Swords. For me, one hyphenated word comes with the Four of Swords, and that's time out. Okay, time out. This man is not dead, by the way. This man is taking time out. He may be in deep meditation. The Four of Swords always implies rest, pause, taking time out. And I almost always want to say to somebody, if you don't take that time out for yourself, the universe will make you take time out. Okay, there's a sense of you need to stop, pause, reassess, bring back together. Now, this card is a number 4 card. For me, that's about stability, foundation, and balance. So you may want to look at your life and go, what's really out of balance? And where am I pushing too hard? And how do I bring myself back to that place of how many legs has the table got? 4. If it had 3, it's going to be wonky. But, so 4. So you need to come back to balance. And this is about not pushing, relinquishing control, but more than anything, it's about replenishment. It's about restoring your energy so that, remember, after this comes a 5. What is the 5? Action, change, starting again, getting going again. The 4, stability, get back to balance.
The stone I chose for you, friend, is shungite. Look, I know she's not as cute and as sexy as some of the other things I've shown you tonight, but shungite should be in everybody's collection. Shungite, she is a powerful, powerful healer. It's here to protect you, that protective energy, that rest that you were talking about. They say that it can protect you from EMFs. I don't know. But I always have some by my computer, why not? And it's really here as a reset. You wouldn't get that energy from an opaque black stone, but it's here to help you reset, rest, restore, like you said, before you go ahead, before you move into that 5 energy and you start moving into action. So shungite would be a really helpful one for you to work with.
Great. All right, let's see. Who do we have? Tony, it makes sense. Perfect. I love it. Love it. Love, 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 love. All right, let's see. Who do we have here? Great Lady P. Progress. You would love a card and a crystal. Of course, my sweetheart. Let's get that going. Great Lady P. Progress. Let's see. What have we got for you? Oh, gosh. I probably couldn't work in a casino very well, could I? I can't shuffle for buggery. It's never going to be that, hey? All right, let's see. What have we got over here? Progress. Let's see. Thank you, Tony. You have drawn, Progress, the 5 of Wands. Now, we were just talking about 4 energy. Now we're talking about 5 energy. Okay. Now, this card for me, 5 is about action. You'll see that there are 5 men and they're all like jostling their wands. Okay. So a couple of things going on here. This card for me represents, it's almost like playful. It's almost playful. It's kind of conflict. A lot of people look at it and think conflict, but for me, it's more playful energy. It's more like,
I love that. Me too. Sorry, but like, yes.
I'm gonna jostle. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna show you. Like for me, it's like sibling rivalry. Like I'm gonna show you that I'm better than you. And but there's a playfulness to it. Okay, it's about not being afraid to show who you are, because this kind of friendly rivalry can actually help you up your game. I'm
Mm.
also going to say this to you as well. I would say pick where you put your energy with this as well. So if you find you're getting engaged in life in different things that are draining your energy or making you feel like yeah, drained energy, don't put your energy there. You get to pick your battles, right? You get to pick your battles. So pick the battles that improve or lift you. Don't pick the ones that are draining you. And you get that choice. The ones are fire energy. Okay, so it's fire energy. So it's where you're choosing to put your energy. It's also about creativity. So if sometimes in career and this come up in career, this to me would be like if somebody was asking about career, I'd say, hey, don't be afraid at work to show who you are, because you can go for that promotion. You may not feel like you may think that you're fighting with a couple of people for it, but show the goods. And if you don't get the job, you'll learn something from this process because you were able to get into the mix with people and to get into that kind of friendly jostling, as it were, or friendly rivalry. The 5 is very much about change as well. So if you have felt maybe a little stagnant or it's time to step up your game, and it's time to put that energy out there again and to get into the mix of it as well. So don't. It's not the fall. It's not the recessive energy. It's now, come on now, let's get going. Let's get going again. But I'm going to say for you, I feel for you, pick your battles. Where you place your energy is very important. If something's not going to matter to you in a month or in a year, you don't need to be putting your energy there. Take it back and then decide where you want to put it. Use it creatively. Remember the ones about creativity as well.
Love that. Well, I'll give you your crystal prescription, Miss. Is it Miss Lady P? Is that who we're reading
Great
for right
Lady P. Great Lady P.
now? Lady P. Um, but just something for I see a bunch of people from my audience. You have to put your name in the chat, guys. She doesn't know who you are. She's not good at remembering usernames like I am. So you got to put your name in the chat if you want a reading. But I chose this rainbow calcite owl for you, Great Lady P, because I loved your interpretation of the 5 of Wands. Like I'm into that playful energy as well. Like 5s in numerology, as we know, are cards of conflict, but conflict to push us forward, to push us through. And rainbow calcite helps us align with our life path. Wands are in the area of spirituality, of fire. And so it's really helping us realign with who we are and what we're meant to be doing. And sometimes it's okay to be lost and in the fray of it all and get a little messy while you're exploring and you're figuring all that out. And rainbow calcite, I feel like, gives you permission to get a little bit messy, to get a little lost before you figure it all out.
Yeah, nice. That's very nice.
And I love this guy.
It's great. It's funny because I live on the edge of a forest, so I hear owls almost every night. Oh, I love it. I love it. Love it. It's a bit.
We
I
have
think
an
a lot
owl
of.
who comes and visits us sometimes.
Oh,
I'm in the
really?
mountains of Colorado, in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah,
and we'll have an owl come and he hangs out on our deck sometimes. It's really cool.
I like that. I like that.
Mhm.
Stacy, you would like a card and crystal? Of course you can. CJ's mom, Stacy. Okay, let's go, Stacy. What have we got going on here? Right, Stacy, you have drawn the Ace of Pentacles in the reversed position here today. Okay, so in the upright, let's first explore what that is. So the Ace of Pentacles is an opportunity. It's like a hand is coming. Now, Pentacles in the tarot is very much to do with material stuff. This could be like a job opportunity or a new opportunity or an opportunity that you've been waiting for. But it's always, the aces always represent potential. Okay. Now you've drawn it in the upside down position. So what this can imply to me is that you may be feeling stuck, and you may be feeling stuck. You may not feel like you've got that opportunity, or you're waiting for a break. Or, this is a lot to do with money or finances, the real basic stuff of life, right? So when it's upside down, it's like you're waiting for something to come through, and it might be like moving to a new place or waiting for a house move, but there's an energy of stuckness here. Now, whenever we get reversed cards, there's nothing to lament. It's just because the one thing that we can be assured of is change is inevitable. This too shall pass, okay? This too shall pass. And what would you recommend that Stacey uses as a crystal pairing here, Jackie?
Serpentine.
Wow.
Serpentine is a great stone to work with to create more flow, more energetic flow. So, like in the Far East, right? They always are working with jade or with serpentine, nephrite jade. And it's because it's establishing chi. So it's like when you go to acupuncture, for example, and something's going the wrong way, they're sticking a needle in to create new energy flows, like to fix the meridians, like everything's flowing in the wrong direction. And serpentine, I feel like, is a great piece for you to work with right now that will flip that Ace of Pentacles right side up and get you on your way.
Perfect. Guys, if you've just joined, my name is Lizelle. You're very welcome, Stacey. Thank you. My name is Lizelle from the Eternal Tarot, and I am with Jackie today from Totems and Tarot. If you're not already following me and Jackie, then please do. That would be lovely. We're going to be doing a lot more collaborations, and if any of you want to go and buy some beautiful crystals, Jackie has a store online, so please follow her or ask for her information. But I'm sure she's got all her links on her. You already followed. That's great. Please make sure you do. And also on Instagram as well. We try to make this work on Instagram, but for some reason it wasn't so good.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened. We had a bit of a blackout. It doesn't matter. It's happening now. So if you would like, we're not answering specific questions today, but if you would like a card and a crystal pairing, ask for that. Put your name there. Just your first name is, it's important. I mean, like I say, I don't like saying, hey, you. I'm a bit old fashioned that way. Dan.
I need their name to tap in. Do you, or maybe not? But I need their actual name so I can.
I always need their first name. I ask for very, very specifically. I mean, I've got to have something, and I don't like it when. Well, first of all, it's just. I mean, you wouldn't introduce yourself to somebody and just say, "Hey, you," or just tell me your name. What's your name? So Dan, okay, Dan, develop Dan, your card, my love. Let's see what's going on here for you today. Perfect. So. Dan, okay. Okay, so what we've picked for you, Dan, is the 5 of Swords in the upside down position. Now, 5 of Swords in the upright, for me, is that's a card of conflict. And this is definitely the card that says you pick your battles very bloody carefully. There's one guy, he's holding his swords here, and he's pretty smug. He's defeated the other guy, but he's won. He's got all the swords, right? But he's kind of smug, and you kind of go, well, maybe it wasn't worth that battle. So for me, upside down, this card is very much a card of relinquishing the conflict, letting go of the conflict, whatever it is that you may find yourself in life. Like if you're struggling with a situation, or you're struggling with a specific person, or it's kind of like maybe it's time to put that down. It's not time for the conflict. It's not time for that. This is a very for me. It's one of those cards I look at and I think, oof, that's a battle you're probably in the long term not going to win anyway. You're both going to just walk away wounded or whatever. So it's like, put it down. Mm-hmm. What would you pair with that?
I chose Chrysocolla. Chrysocolla is one of my favorites. For me, it's about releasing wounding, right? Like releasing yourself from letting go of things, from the conflict, like walking away and healing your heart. Like you're not going to get the apology that you want. You're like them actually admitting that they did something wrong isn't going to offer you the healing or the relief that you think it will. And you're fighting crazy. And so Chrysocolla helps bring you back to yourself, back to your heart center, helping you release those old wounds, keep working on you, stay in your lane, keep working on yourself. Chrysocolla would be great for you.
Great. Lovely. You're welcome, Dan. Thank you.
And shameless plug, all of these are up on my website or my app. If you have any questions, you're like, hey, what's the name of that green stone you were showing? Just DM me. I got you.
Absolutely. Please do, guys. All right, let's go with Joyce, Reiki Love. Joyce, you would like a card and crystal, of course. I like your name, Joyce. My mother's name was Joy, so I do. I always tend to pick the Joys. Don't lie to me and tell me your name's Joy, though. I know your name's really Joyce, but you know what I'm saying. I swear to goodness, people will literally tell me that their name's Joy when I say that sometimes, and I think,
That's
really?
bizarre. That is so bizarre. Wow.
When you get a lot of people in a big place, they can be a bit funky. All right,
Mm.
so Joyce, here we go. Joyce. What have we got? Oh, beautiful. You've got the Knight of Wands. We've got the Knight of Wands here, Joyce. So the Knight of Wands for me is, now the Knights have still a very youthful air about them. The pages in the tarot have got a naivete to them. There's the beginning of something. Again, the tarot works in cycles very much. The Knight of Wands has still got that youthful exuberance. If I were to describe him as a young man, I would say he's a young man and he's like, in his prime and he's trying to like prove himself and he's like, look at me, I'm rah, rah, rah. So the energy is there of this. And for me, the Knight of Wands is about adventure. And it's about creativity and it's about taking risks and it's about taking chances and it's about forward movement. Now, in a tarot reading, if this applies to you, I would say all of those things. But if you were asking, for instance, and this often sometimes comes up in like relationships, right? And if this was referring to somebody that you're interested in, very often I would say, look, the Knight of Wands is probably not going to want to settle down right now. Okay, this is a cad. This is somebody who's
He's an F boy.
he's really not there for the long-term commitment. Okay, just be aware. He was there for a good time, but not a long time. So I don't know what you're asking about, Joyce, but if this applies to you, it's about adventure, it's about taking chances, it's about creative energy as well. Remember, the wands are somewhat of a phallic symbol, but that's about that creative energy as well. There's that sense of, externalizing your wishes and really going for it. So I hope that means something for you, my lovely Joyce. And what would you pair with that?
I chose Bumblebee Jasper because that knights are always to me like in motion, they're moving. And if this is you and you're embarking on a new adventure, like let's heal, let's activate that solar plexus, let's let that creativity soar, let's have a good time. And if it is a gentleman caller in your life, just say no. There isn't a crystal for that. Maybe you could throw one at him.
Oh my God. All right. Oh, perfect. So Jackie, I think I'm gonna start wrapping up. It's
Yes.
3:13
Oh
a.m.
my
So I'm
God,
going
absolutely. I totally
so
understand.
no,
Thank
it's
you so
fine.
much for your time. This has been amazing.
I love it. I think it worked beautifully. And so, guys, if please follow Jackie from Totems and Tarot. Um,
Thank you.
and please go and check out, her website as well. She's got some beautiful crystal offerings. We're going to be doing a lot of collaborations. We're working our way through the major arcana. Okay, the major arcana, and pairing the cards with crystals.
Yep. So
And
starting next week, every single Tuesday, not at this time, because the middle of the night for Lizelle. She did us a favor, okay? We're going to be doing it at 4 p.m. in Europe, and I am here in the States, which is 8 a.m. So think of like the beginning of your workday, We're going to be jumping on here every Tuesday. We'll be sure to advertise about it, but come and hang out with us. We're going to be doing the same thing every week until we move through the entire major arcana. So it's going to be so much fun. And if you haven't already, please sign up for Lizelle's Inner Compass. It's amazing. You get a reading delivered to your inbox every single Monday. It'll have the blog, the two blogs with the crystal and the major arcana. So you'll have all that information at your fingertips and your reading for the week. It's like, and it's only like $20 a month, guys. It's like the best. Honestly, the readings are so accurate. The video reading It's not just like someone like sending you a picture of a card in an email. She actually does videos for each of the zodiac signs. So I'm a Capricorn. I'm getting a little video in my inbox each week telling me what's ahead. It's unbelievable.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's really good. I love it. I don't understand how accurate you
I'm
are.
glad.
Like,
I
it
love
blows my
doing
mind.
it. I love doing it, and I've had such beautiful feedback. So it's really lovely to hear that. Thank you, Jackie. Well, this was great fun. Thank you.
So fun.
Um, and yeah, I can't wait to speak to you again on Tuesday. And guys, we'll see you. Thank you for joining. It's been a pleasure.
All
All right.
right. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.